Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today let's talk about bluelock. Before I start, I would like to make two disclaimers about this video. First, in this video, there may have some spoilers. So if you are only watching the anime, please aware of it. Second, I do not have any knowledge about football. I don't even have any ideas on the different positions of the players. So the football knowledge or information that I mentioned in this video may not be correct, though I do not think this matters much in this manga at all. Okay, let's start. Bluelock is a Japanese manga series written by Kaneshiro Muneyuki and illustrated by Nomura Yosuke. It has been serialized in Weekly Shonen magazine since the August of 2018 and got animated in October 2022. Currently, it contains a total of 192 chapters and 21 volumes. In year 2021, Bluelock won the 45th Kodansha Manga Award under the Shonen category, and currently, the Bluelock manga is still under serialization. There are two side stories when Bluelock started its serialization in Weekly Shonen magazine. Since at that time, there is another football manga called Days got serialized in the same magazine. So the writer, Kaneshiro, has created a different setting in order to differentiate Bluelock with Days. Also, since the beginning of Bluelock is a bit too radical, so before the story got published, Kaneshiro had consulted some football-related officials, and surprisingly, they agreed on Kaneshiro's assertion. This gives him confidence in continuing with his story on Bluelock. In fact, sometime earlier, I have included Bluelock in my October anime recommendation. Very briefly, Bluelock is about a story happened among a group of football players who serve the position as forwards in the Japanese high school football teams. These forwards are selected to join a training regiment named Bluelock, which is introduced by Eko Chimpachi, who believe that the most egocentric striker will break the status quo of the current Japanese national football team, and will lead the team to the World Cup champion. In the beginning, there were a total of 300 participants joining the Bluelock regiment. Throughout the process, these players will get eliminated, and until the end, only one player will remain, and he will become the first striker in Japan. So this serves as the main storyline of Bluelock, and let our readers know and we're prepared ourselves that only one player will remain at the end. In my opinion, Bluelock is a sports manga that will give its readers or audience what they want to see. For example, how the protagonist, Isaki Yoichi, works well with different teammates, how Isaki wins in different matches, and how Isaki becomes the limelight of the team, and so on. So don't be hesitated in starting to read or watch Bluelock, since it should have met your expectation for these epic scenes. Also, throughout the story, most players in Bluelock can go beyond their own limitation, or maybe I should say human beings' limitation after undergoing numerous matches. So if you are a fan of manga like Kuroko no Basket, then I believe that you would probably like Bluelock as well. However, if you are a fan of typical sports manga, which put strong emphasis on team spirit and team growth, such as slamdunk, haikyuu, and diamondnoace, you could still take a look at Bluelock too. As the core of the story, the passion towards a sport is still the same. According to the sales figure released by Oricon, the sales of Bluelock manga has got into the top 10 in the first half year in 2022. I believe the animation of Bluelock will boost the sales higher. I mean, based on the style and the different combination of teams in Bluelock, I can assure that Bluelock, besides capturing the fans of sports manga, it will also capture the attention of Fujoshi. We can make reference to the doujinshi of Kuroko no Basket. So I expect that the animation of Bluelock will further boost its sales higher in the remaining half year of 2022. Okay, let's have a recap on the characters. Isaki Yoichi, the protagonist of Bluelock. In the beginning of the story, he is a second-year high school student and served the position as forward in his high school football team. He is always feeling regret about himself, since instead of shooting the ball himself, he decided to pass the ball to his teammate in the last second of the match, and this made his team lose in the final football match in his prefecture. Due to this experience, he somehow understood the belief of Eko Chimpachi about the most egocentric striker could lead the team to the World Cup champions. Isaki had been allocated to Team Z when he first got into Bluelock. He owns the weapon of spatial awareness in the football pitch. Bachila Megulu He plays football since his childhood. Due to his advanced skills, he feels lonely when playing football, since none of his peers has the same standard as his. And so later on, Bachila has developed a monster inside himself. In the beginning of the story, Bachila is fighting for players who also have a monster inside themselves, and Bachila wants to play football with them. According to Bachila, Isaki Yoichi also has a monster inside him, and this should probably be the reason on why Isaki and Bachila became close to each other in bluelock. Same as Isaki, Bachila had been allocated to Team Z when he first got into bluelock. He owns the weapon of advanced dribbling skills in the football pitch. Shigiri Hyoma. He was a talented football player since his childhood, and this lasts until when he got into high school before his leg got injured. Based on the doctor's advice, if Chigili's leg got injured again, he won't be able to play football anymore. This makes Chigili fear of playing football. However, he still comes to bluelock. Unlike others who came to bluelock to become the first striker in Japan, Chigili came to bluelock to find ways in giving up playing football. However, if the story goes on, Chigili was motivated by Isaki, and then he overcame his fear. Chigili was allocated to Team Z in bluelock. He owns the weapon of speed in the football pitch. Kunigami Lensuke. In the beginning of the story, Kunigami was positioned in the upper half of Team Z in bluelock. Since compared to Isaki, Bachila, Chigili, and other players, Kunigami has body strength, football skills, and power in the football pitch. He aims to become the superhero in the football court. He owns the weapon of his shooting power. Eko Chinpachi. A mysterious man suddenly appeared from nowhere. He is the person in charge and proposer of bluelock, and later on, the more advanced version of bluelock as well. Though Eko's idea sounds crazy, I think that the football leagues and football players in reality, to a certain extent, work similar to the advanced version of bluelock. Balo Shohei. He is a player in Team X, a powerful and egocentric striker. He named himself the king in the football pitch. He is obsessed with shooting the ball himself and refuses passing the ball to his teammates in the football pitch. He owns the weapon of middle shot. Nikko Iki. He is a player in Team Y. In the beginning of the story, he acted as a low-profile player in Team Y. Instead of being the striker himself, he served as the brain of the team. He has the same weapon as Isaki, which is spatial awareness. To a certain extent, Nikko has triggered Isaki to realize his weapon. After the match with Isaki, instead of passing the ball to other strikers, Nikko himself will also take part in the offense and shoot the ball himself. Nagi Seishiro. He is a member of Team V. He is a good football player. Though he just started playing football at a very late age when compared to others, he already owns the skills which make him the top tier in bluelock. In the beginning of the story, he showed no interest in playing football, since he could perform very well without making any effort. However, after the match with Team Z, he started to have passion towards football and making effort in improving his skills. He owns the weapon of perfect ball control. Mikage Leo. He is a member of Team V. He is also an heir of a billionaire. Since he owns everything he wants, his next goal is to win the World Cup champion. Mikage met Nagi Seishiro in high school and was impressed by Nagi's amazing skills. So he invited Nagi to play football with him. He always believed that Nagi will always follow him. However, later on, it shows that it is not the case. Mikage owns the weapon of his all-rounded skills in football. Itoshi Sei. He is considered as one of the best youth players in the world. He is currently playing football in a professional league in Spain. He served the position as midfielder. In the beginning of the story, he went back to Japan to renew his passport, and accidentally he noticed about bluelock. This aroused his interest and kept him in Japan. Itoshi Lin. He is Itoshi Sei's younger brother. Since their childhood, they own a shared dream of becoming the first striker in the world. However, since Sei broke their promise, this makes Lin aiming to take a revenge on him. Lin ranked the first in bluelock. Though on the surface, Lin has a similar playing style as his elder brother Sei. In fact, his actual playing style is a direct opposite to his elder brother. That's all for my sharing today. If you like my video, please kindly leave a comment and let me know. And if you don't mind, please also like, share, and subscribe my channel. I'll be seeing you next time. Bye.